What's good, off top feeling? Welcome back to another off the top questions with today's guest, young Huarache in the building, man. How's it going?
Shit is good.
Happy New Year's. First off, I want to say, man.
Yeah, I get the first one, I'm first one to start the year off,
All right, man. If you guys new to the channel, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like in this video. We're going to get right into it. What's your goals for 2023?
And I got plans on top of plans on top of plans, you hear me? I got my clothing brand finna drop, BTB. Then I got the EP gonna drop called Long Live Super Dave, which is a relative I had that passed away back in 2022.
You said you have a brand called BTB, right?
Yeah.
And what all is your brand doing? Shirts, hoodies, hats?
Yeah, I got the shirts, which I got the shirts. I make graphic tees. I got the hats. And I own an embroidery machine and I own a DTG printer, Cricut, whatever you want to call it. I'm kind of new to it, but I'm getting the groove already. So eventually I'm gonna be up and running, and the work gonna speak for itself.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So are you just only doing BTB brand shirts and hoodies, or are you like working out with other people?
Nah, I'm custom hoodies, custom graphic tees. They tell me what it. Most people, I have been already getting clients and people. Hey, I got somebody back at I went to ship some mail off at UPS, and then the boss asked me to do 50 shirts for him. When you got the legit shit, I own the industrial shit, so when you got the legit shit, you more professional, people gonna fuck with you. So that's really where I'm at with it right now. So
they want to tap in and get some custom hoodies made, shirts, etc. Where can they find you?
Well, you can find me at my page. Really, I started at Amazon, which I'm beginner with it at the moment. So, but I'm gonna do the Shopify. I'm gonna do it all. Basically, I'm up and running in about, I'd say, the next 2 weeks.
What was one of your favorite memories for 2022?
2022. I ain't gonna lie, I had a rough year. 2022 wasn't really just how I lived, but I don't know. I say to see a birthday. That's probably was just to see a birthday, because I had a lot going on.
Did you see any progress from where you started at the beginning of 2022 to where you finished?
Oh, definitely. 2022 hit. I ain't had no mind. It's 2023, January the 1st, and I got all the thoughts.
When did you start your musical journey?
I started my musical journey, I think I was transitioning from the 8th grade to the 9th grade. And I used to watch Meek Mill, the upcoming artists, the Double XL, people who made Double XL. I just kind of watched them before they went Double XL. I was all into music, and a couple of friends, they was making music, and my brother friends, OAG at the time, it was before I even became a part of it. It wasn't OAG that I became a part of. At first, it was more Go Entertainment, which was the record label. Then I kind of became OAG, but Go Entertainment was one of the first I say, I'm positive when I say that was really getting some real light. But this not knocking nobody else, just saying within 2010 to 2000 to now, they was the first ones to kick it off for the new generation, from the drill music and all that. We jumped on a song, we was probably 5 of us on one song, and the song started going kind of viral, and people like B King reached out, and he jumped on the song, which I came off the song. They left my ad-libs on there. We had to limit the amount of people that was on the song just so it wouldn't be too long and it can make the radio. But what happened was Stevie J wanted to sign us at a point of time. I was still young in high school, so the principals and stuff was all they was all in my face trying to like ask me like when we gonna be on Love and Hip Hop at the time. And I think this had to be like more like 2013 or 14, one of them like that. But I know, no, it was probably like 14, 15, something like this. But at the end of the day, like we had like a lot of people on our trail. We was getting like posted on blogs, and it was a lot of crazy stuff going on. And like I say, that was a nice run. We was like the first ones to really just kick it off, like, and just shine some light. Other than that, like we kind of convinced a lot of people that it was possible, because we had people like Stevie J like calling us, telling us he want to sign us, and he gonna put us on Love and Hip Hop. And that was, I still got a post on Instagram like when he like took the mic from me and like started singing the song on Go. He like, all of my niggas on Go, all of my niggas on Go. Yeah, it was crazy.
So what was like the first song that took off for you?
It was the On Go song. Like it was like, I say the only song, like most of the songs that like really shed light, like I say within my city, like it wasn't never really just solo songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always like jumped on a song and like we all pushed it as a whole. Like every song that I jumped on with somebody, it was like about 2-3 of us. Like it always went big, like, cause we put a lot of like promotion into it. And I say like the song that gave me, I say On Go, it did, like that was the one. But I say like a couple of years later, everybody get their little one. Sometimes the next person trying to shine, this person starts shining up. You just gotta sit back, keep working until you get that next song. So I came out with another song. I dropped the mixtape, Smoke and Mirrors. I did that just to drop it, like just to put a tape out, just to have some body work. But then I did This Gotta Go, and like I started performing at high schools. Like I had a lot of footage that got deleted that I never got to post, like on YouTube and all that. And plus, like I think that was like one of the ones. Like I went to high schools different, like Madison High. I was like all in Houston, and we was supposed to go overseas, and it was just a lot of crazy stuff. We did like 30 schools or something like that, like in a year. Like, but I think that was the one that kind of like took off for me. But then after that, I came back home, like, cause I was kind of staying in the Houston area. But then I came back home to Beaumont. Then I ended up jumping on a song with my partner in them, Kenny B, like that Wild G. So they called me one day and they tell me to come hit the studio, let's jump on a song. It's like way overdue. So boom, I come home. I go to them, pull up. We on some hood shit, like we on some hood studio shit. Like I'm talking about no booth and there. I'm rapping in the corner, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a microphone in the corner with some little soundproof little paper on the wall. So we recording it up, people walking in and out. We get the song done. Finally, the song long. It's called Soul. We start performing it. I tell them I'm gonna just focus on this song. We going up. I'm talking about everybody singing it. That I ain't gonna lie. I feel like everybody had they running in the city. Now I ain't talking about outside the city, but I'm talking about on the song inside the city. I feel like that's the anthem song. Like I don't care if nobody made a song. I never made a song personally that by myself that just had that much light, and none of them had ever made it like they self. They still haven't had that much light. Like even if they made the song they self, like they have people singing it, but that was a big song. And like it was me, it was D-My, Kenny B, and me. Like I had the last verse. So every time I get to my part, like they can turn the song out. We go a cappella. Like for example, one time Lil Jeremy came out here, Gas Gang Jeremy. He came out. We go downtown to Beaumont. He come perform, but what happened was the speakers had messed up or some crazy stuff had happened. So like every artist up in there had to perform a cappella. So like, we get booked, the soul song come on, we start performing it a cappella. My verse come on, I'm talking about lit the whole crowd up. Feel me? And that's one of the experience, like, to never forget. Like, I don't think nobody else forget that one, not around here. That one legendary.
So are you from Beaumont, or was you just raised in Beaumont?
No, I'm from Beaumont. Like, I lived in over 30 houses out here in this motherfucker. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like everybody know me. Like if you don't know me, if I don't know you, I promise you, I know somebody that know you or kin to you somewhere down the line.
So how would you describe Beaumont?
Yeah.
And how was it growing up in Beaumont?
Nah, some people try to make it seem all bad, but I mean, to be honest with you, I wasn't just I'll be on some fly pretty boy shit, but don't never let that shit fool you. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of like one of the little reckless motherfuckers. Now, I wasn't never the bully type, but I was just the one like, I'm cool. I'm related to a lot of goddamn bullies or some goddamn just hard heads, however you want to call it. They got their name up, stripes, whatever. I was just the motherfucker that's like, if you play with him, and I had the opportunity to show you that I took the opportunity. But other than that, I mean, Beaumont, it was fun. Like if you was on the type of shit we was on, we was kind of a little popular and kind of reckless, and we knew everybody, so we really never really just had like no situation besides like, losing a relative or a friend or something like that. That's the worst thing I can say that possibly happened. Other than that, we get money. Beaumont, Texas, BMT. BMT, usually we say it stands for Big Money Texas. And it's true if you know. Look, this part of the just a little footage. That's like a little footage from like when I used to be on a high school takeover tour. A friend of mine, McKinley, he had like put me on like the tour and stuff. Like he started kind of managing me, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I ended up like taking off doing a tour and like kind of get my followers up and all that. And I had a lot of artists on there like from like all the social media people. Like they're supposed to get like YB on there, like. And this ain't just, I ain't even lying. Like, this for YB just really who he is. Like, I think he had the No Smoke. Like, he had that song on there or whatever. But basically, he was popular off that song at the time. And, like, they were supposed to get him, but I guess he didn't make it or whatever, like, in Houston. But, like, so I ended up telling him, like, I knew Young L, because I've been knowing Young L, like, since I was kind of younger, since I was in high school, and I was on a tour. And Young L, like, he ended up coming on there. They ended up getting OTB Fast Lane. They had the Chris dude from the, they used to do like the YouTubing and all that. Just so many influencers like on the social media blast. But like I told them like to try to get like Young Al on there because like I thought Young Al was cool. Like he had wanted me on a song before, which I had never knew of. But I ended up finding out like way later. Like, he wanted to do a song with me. Like I said, I always thought he was, like, cool. Like, I liked his music. We made music similar. And, like, nobody told me, so I was kind of upset or whatever. But, like, we still was locked in, was cool. But then, I don't know. He ended up taking off, with his jungle freestyle. And congratulations to him on it. It's an anthem. Like, don't matter what nobody says, it's an anthem. But, that clip I showed you, it was just from the high school takeover tour. It was just a lot of stuff like this how it's coming up like in my music career, really just like getting some light shaded on me, and like a lot of Houston people, Dallas people, just people from around like started like following me. I touched my first like 10K followers. Like I thought I was the shit then, you know what I'm saying? But I'll get back there.
So what motivates you? So what motivates you to keep going?
What motivates me to keep going? Life. Because at the end of the day, what motivates me the most, I'm not even going to lie to you. I hate being a failure. Like, I'm always about trying to make something perfect. Every time, like, people always tell me, like, I overdo stuff because I'm always trying to make it perfect, and it's never going to really just be perfect, which I understand that, but at the same time, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Because I needed to kind of be perfect to my understanding so, I can be satisfied, but I think feeling is like something that's like, it irritates me. So that kind of like motivate me to go hard. I like just somebody hating on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It motivates me to just show them like, you know what I'm saying? Like, thank you for hating. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go hard and show you how big I am or how I can be great. But I say that's pretty much what it is.
So who would you say inspired you to start your rapping career?
My rapping career, I clearly like rapping.
Yeah, like rapping.
Like when first I was rapping and not like with the melodic like stuff. I was kind of like, it was like Meek Mill. Like I mean, it was other people. Like I listened to Boosie all the time, but I never rapped like Boosie. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we from down south. Like I'm from Beaumont, Texas, and like you know Louisiana not too far from here or whatever. But it's like Boosie was kind of like the one. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like I kind of like my brothers grew up in his era, but I was a little kid still kind of like catching like his last wave before he like went to jail. Like I was young, like I probably ninth grade or something like that. And I say he got out of jail probably by the time I graduated or something, like a 4-year run or something. I don't know. But there was one of them. But Meek Mill was kind of like that one. Like when Boosie kind of was locked up, Meek Mill came out and he was kind of like dropping that real shit. He was like one of the only real like, you know, on some real shit. Not like no J. Cole lyrical shit, but he was just on some speaking that like pain shit, like that street shit, letting a nigga know like how niggas in the hood ain't got shit and, you know, like motherfuckers robbing and stealing and killing because we ain't got shit. And I gravitated to that shit and I started rapping. But then, you know, people like Rich Homie and them start coming out and start gaining the light. And that shit kind of like weighed heavy on us. Then we always on like some singing, rapping shit. And it just been there ever since. Ain't shit changed.
So how did you come up with your brand, BTB?
It was easy right there. You know, BTB stand for Break the Bank. Clearly, with a nigga, if you come up with Break the Bank, you must have been breaking the bank. And I was breaking that motherfucker. So, you know what I'm saying? So, shit. And I ain't talking about no scamming shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was talking about cashing in. Like, that's what I'm talking about. So, you know, when you got to go up there and you cashing in and them folks got to ask you, what do you do? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you already got an LLC, like, you know you breaking the bank. Like, so I had to come up with a new LLC, and I was just like, man, we break the bank. Like, you know, and that's just it. Like, they really ask now when they see it, BTB, Break the Bank. Like, it's Break the Bank Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? That's how I started it, so, you know. But, you know, I was breaking the bank, cashing in. Cash in, cash out, however you want to put it.
What's the next project or song or music video you think you're gonna drop?
My next project, as I was saying, Long Live Super Dave. Like I'm working on an EP to drop towards like dedicated to him because that's my relative that passed back in 2022. You know, so I just want to dedicate it to him. You know, that's my sister's son, and it's only right that I do it that way, you know, fast way.
How did you come up with the name Young Huarache?
Young Huarache? Well, see, most people used to call me Young Black. It's like in the beginning stage of me starting to rap and joining, you know, Go ENT, the label, and, you know, the situation me talking about Stevie J and them wanted to sign us and just all the crazy stuff we was doing. I end up like a friend of mine, really he was my barber, but I've been knowing him like since I was a kid. He been cutting my hair. And like he had like his little thing, like he used to always call people Huarache, like, you know, like the Nike shoes. Like he'll say their name, like he knew I was Young Black, so he'll be like Young Huarache. Like he was like Young Black Huarache, but he was like for short, like just say Young Huarache. So when he see me, he'll go, Young Huarache. So like, and it sounded, it clicked, like, you know, so I started calling myself that, changed my social media to that, and told the females, stop calling me Young Black, call me Young Huarache for short. And, you know, they start saying it, and like, I never forget, like, I go to the corner store, and like, these females, like, they was twins, like, they call me Young Huarache, like, they working in Subway, huh? They see me walk up in the store, they like, Young Huarache. And then, like, he ain't just an old head, but an older guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the streets, like, he heard it, and he was like, what they called you? And then I said it, and he was like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. That shit really hard. Like, that shit really stick. You need to go ahead and stick to that name. And shit, like I said, my partner gave me that name. I started sticking with it. Old school told me that's what it was. And then the females made it sound good to my ear. So, hey, the motherfucking name stuck to me like glue, you heard me? Thank y'all for tuning in with Off Top. It's Young Huarache. Follow me on the social. Young Huarache. Y-U-N-G Young Huarache. Huarache. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. I'm out.